Okay, welcome back with Happy Chappa. And this is like speaking of magic, imprinting on another, while in the cycle of life. So, gonna give you an explanation of how it works. So, you have two wheels, two people, and with these people, we have the circle, the wheel, the wheel of life. So these wheels are like stargates where you can move something from one dimension to another dimension through that invisible energy. Just as we're doing. As I speak, you take it in from one place to another. So, this wheel has intentions to manipulate this wheel. So this wheel does some sort of magic, dark magic, and from as little as speaking negative about this person, this wheel. So this wheel is going about its circle of life. And this wheel comes in with its attack. Now, from the stargate of when this wheel does its actions, so here, say, up at the top of its wheel, feeling great, Mayday. And this wheel down at the bottom. And it comes and teleports its message to here, knocking this wheel out of its circle of life, disturbing it. But yet it's moving a lot round, but it slows down as this wheel keeps moving and moving and moving and moving. And this one becomes real slow until it gets rid of that energy that this one has imprinted on it and it gets back to its cycle. And in return, where this wheel started, depending on the speed of both cycles communicating. So, say they're communicating at the same speed with that knowledge, that awareness, everything's pretty much the same. What you will find is this wheel will reflect back to the original sender as quick as it came. And what you find is in this wheel, it becomes affected by its own message that it put out there. Now, when you look in humanity, or at humanity, you find people are disrupted in life because there's so much going on and the lack of awareness of oneself. So you would probably see these wheels going round real slow. And therefore you miss to see what you put out there being returned back to you. Now, say in someone in humanity is in their slow cycle of darkness that they carry, while they go to attack this fast cycle, and it sends its message out through its stargate, and this fast cycle catches it. Well, in that fast cycle, it spun round and reflected back in the stargate back to the slow one, and it hits it, and it slows it all the way down in its cycle. And that cycle has been affected by itself once again. Now, two cycles are working together in the same cycle of energy, going at great speeds. And one decides to teleport to two with good intent, and it speeds up. And then the other one speeds up, and the two of them are working at super speeds together. And yet, the faster the wheel goes, the more energy that is produced, the more power. Where the wheel slows down, it lacks power, lacks communication, lacks life. And hopefully I put that across in a way that can be understood. When we're battling against someone else and sending our message out, it is always going to come back to us. And depending on the other person, in their speed and where they are, mentally, physically, spiritually, in their awareness of everything, will depend when you receive back the information that you sent out there. And the format of that will not be as you've seen it, because it gets interrupted by this energy. So it will come back in another form that will be similar to what you put out, but it won't be what you put out. And it will be increased on you in how this energy cycle has received it and returned it. And that will come down to their speed of cycle. So if their speed of cycle is high up there while this speed is low, what you're going to find is this side is going to impact this a lot quicker, a lot harder, and a lot more damaging that it slows this side way, way down. This cycle. So if you look at that from what you say and what you do in life, from how you think, you should be really careful of what you put out about another. Especially if that other person is in high frequency. You're looking for trouble upon yourself if you're doing something that's on the negative side. Now, think that person that's in the fast cycle. And you jump on, praising that cycle, so it speeds up and gets better and better. What kind of a return you're going to get? That's going to come flying back to you. And because you put out something great, it's going to put something great into you, your energy. And you could be going this slow, and then it hits you, and then you're moving quicker, and everything's coming alive from what you put out there. But yet you put something dark, excuse me, and that darkness will hit you just as quick and as hard. So you have to be careful of what comes out of here from what's going on in here. And how you act that out by using all this here. So you don't infect yourself with the darkness that you put out there. That you stop putting the darkness out there. And you reframe the game. Add some love and feel it return back to you. As that's what we're missing. You look at anyone today and you see a disruption in their behavior in any manner. You will see there's a lack of love somewhere in that individual. You can say this even about disabilities and things like that. So don't someone, because I can see it, come at me, oh, what if they can't think this way, or they can't think that way, or there's this or that, or there's no neural pathways to some direction, part of the body that can't move. It's still a lack of love within that body. Where if that body had loved, say I couldn't move my arm, if that body had loved the arm in such a manner, then it wouldn't have got into that situation, whether it be on the physical level or the spiritual level within them, which would still be the physical level. Because it had lost connection in its neural pathway through here, through the muscles and the tissues and whatever. But if it had that love for itself, that would have been strong, healthy. And the pathway from there to here would have been strong and healthy. Now you could say that's in birth, that comes in birth. Yeah, it does. And how strong and healthy is that communication between them two people? How strong and healthy are they in individuals that they imprinted onto the child? What was going on in their minds? How healthy was their body at this moment in time? What were they feeding themselves? You can go back to every single moment in time and look at it, and you'd be guaranteed that there's not enough love there. And it's because of the likes of this, the mouth, the tongue, imprinting others with bad behavior in the wording that is spoken about others. And it's normally, from what I've seen in people, behind their backs. It's not said to their face, because it's not a truth. It's only a belief that they have, because, or a truth that they make up so they can look better than you. But when you go to the surface and see that person, meet them, and find out who they are, who they really are, not who somebody says that they are. They were people, by the way. Not who all them people say that this person may be. You go, you meet them, and you see with your eyes. You don't talk with your tongue, bad mouthing. You see and you hear, you listen. to the depths of who that person is, and you find out who they are and you feel towards that. And then you speak of the truth if it needs speaking. But you will have your truth. And that's love. Giving that truth. How often do you find that people aren't speaking and listening and observing so they can feel about that person in what they're speaking about? To understand them instead of looking for a way in here so you can look good in about what they speak, turning it around so you can feel high and mighty and put their knowledge down instead of accepting it and accepting them for who they are. Caring, being honest, loving, by using our ears, our eyes, and feeling towards what we observe and what we listen to and what we see and what we sense. Instead of just hearing people talking, the wee men in the ears, and then running our mouth the same way because we've been hearing it in our heads and through someone else that's hearing it in their heads, and they're carrying it on into this ear and into this ear, and all you can hear is it all in here, and you think, oh well, I'll let it out here, whether it be the truth or not, neglecting truth. So the wheel of life, be careful what you put out there, because it will come back and get you and take hold of you. So make it good. This Happy Chappy, love and peace. Be good.